Hi there, this is Chris, Chap in the Cap from Moto Legends. Today I'm going to talk to you about a summer glove from Belstaff. The glove is called the Montgomery glove. So this is the Montgomery glove from Belstaff. First thing I would have to say is that I don't think I'm doing justice to these gloves. I don't have particularly large hands. We didn't have the size of glove that I wanted for this review. So I think the glove's looking a bit kind of loose. It's not a glove that's meant to fit incredibly tight. It's not a racing fit, but I just don't think I'm showing them to their best. So please excuse that. Now, in terms of the Belstaff brand, we are huge fans. We are one of the UK's largest sellers. We are certainly by far and away the largest stockist of Belstaff, and we simply love their jackets. But I think at times, when it comes to some of the peripheral products, the boots and the gloves, they don't always have that same Belstaff DNA. I think they just put these items in the range so that they can say that they have a complete range of all of the things that a motorcyclist might need. Now, this is a back to basics in many ways. It's a back to basics summer glove. As it's a summer glove, as you would expect, you don't get a membrane, so no good in the rain, and it doesn't have any thermal liner. So let's go through the details. I'll talk you through the specifications so you can see exactly what it does have. Now, first point is that the leather is a sheepskin. Now, sheepskin, it's very debatable as to whether it's up to the job of protecting a motorcyclist. Sheepskin is beautiful and soft, but it's not particularly strong. We have in the past sold sheepskin's jackets, but they're really on the margin as to whether they are up to the job. These gloves, we are told, are CE approved, and it may be that there's a batch of these gloves coming through later. We're recording this in April 2020. It may be that there's some further gloves coming down the road that will be CE approved, but even though we are told that these are CE gloves, they are not. Technically, these gloves are not approved. Most people, I think, are going to buy a glove like this to ride around town, and on that basis I have no qualms. If you're going to be pottering around town and fall off in these gloves, they're going to be perfectly up to the job. But this is not the kind of glove you want to be wearing on the motorway if you come off at 60 or 70 miles an hour. They're just not strong enough to do that. In terms of airflow, they're not the most vented glove out there. They don't have mesh panels. The way leather itself does not breathe particularly well. So the only way that you can get airflow into a glove that has a leather chassis is to either have inserts, stretch or mesh panels, or a lot of perforations. These gloves have perforations, but they're pretty perfunctory. We've got a few up the fingers, a little bit on the back of the hand here, but this is not a high airflow glove. It's going to be fine in a British summer because it doesn't get that hot, but if you were crossing a desert, if you were touring in the south of France, if you were riding off-road, I'm just not sure that these gloves are going to be up to that particular job. In terms of comfort, I've got to say that, as you might expect of a glove that has a sheepskin chassis, they are very comfortable indeed. And that comfort is made even more so by the fact that you have these accordion stretch panels. Now, what happens with accordion stretch, these are elasticated, and the idea is that as you articulate your hand, they open up, or your fingers. So as you do that with these gloves, you can see maybe that panel stretching. It does make the gloves very comfortable. It doesn't give you any real protection here. Is that going to absorb energy if you were to come off the bike? A little bit, a tiny amount, but it's not going to perform the role of a proper soft or hard knuckle protector. You've also got the accordion stretch on the inside of the hand. Again, that does the same thing. As you move your hand, that stretches open and closed. It does, as I've already said, make for a very comfortable glove indeed. Further, in terms of protection, on the palm, you've got a panel here. That's an extra panel of leather, but it's also got some kind of soft absorbing pad in there, something like a pour-on. That just means if you go down, it's going to absorb a bit of energy. You've got an extra layer of leather across the entire palm as well, and you've got this nice little feature that we like to see in a glove. It's a bit of leather that binds the palm to the thumb, and the reason being that if you go down on the bike, a common accident is for the bars to pull the thumb back. That can break, it can cause all kinds of issues. it's nice to see this leather there. It can make the difference between an injury and not having an injury. In extremis, if you go down hard and that pulls back, clearly it's not going to save that. But we quite like to see that as a little feature. It shows that someone is thinking the glove through. You get a strap, a Velcro strap. The only place you get branding on this glove, the only way that you know that it's a Belstaff glove is that there's some Belstaff branding on the brass buckle there. The only other thing you get with these gloves is touchscreen sensitive fingers, so if you do have a GPS or a phone and you want to be able to use it whilst you've got your gloves on, you can do that with these gloves. I suppose in conclusion I'd have to say, whilst it's a nice glove to wear, it's not the most protective glove out there, and it's not the most inexpensive glove. It's £85. Now, you may think that for Belstaff, and I'm sure that if Belstaff have got some fashion gloves in their range, very few of them are going to be less than that. But in terms of what this delivers as a motorcycling glove in terms of protection, £85 is a lot of money. You can get a glove that's going to give you a lot more protection and a lot more features for that money. In fact, if you spent £50, you can get gloves that are going to deliver more than this. So this is a glove, I think, for the person who just wants to be seen wearing a Belstaff gear. It's more an urban glove, and if that's your thing, if you just want to wear Belstaff, if you love the Belstaff brand, go for it. But if you're looking for value for money in terms of protection, then I think there are better gloves out there. To see more summer gloves, visit the website motolegends.com. Now, if you want to learn more about this particular glove, then if you click on one of the links on the screen, sometimes they're up there, sometimes they're down there, that will take you directly to the relevant page on our website. There you can check out the spec in a little bit more detail. You can check availability, and if you really like the glove, then you can buy one obviously there and then. Now, when you buy from us, we try to make the process as simple, straightforward and risk-free as we possibly can. There's no delivery charge on anything you buy from us. Returns are free, and what's more, we give you a full 12 months in which to decide whether you do want to return something to us. We have the best price guarantee in the business. John Lewis is well known for its never knowingly undersold price promise. We go one stage better. If you find anyone selling anything that we sell at a price that is lower than ours, we will beat that retailer's price by a full 10%. If the retailer is in Europe and not in the UK, we will match their landed price. Now, there are a few terms and conditions, nothing particularly onerous, but if you are going to price beat us, then I suggest you visit the website and check out what those terms and conditions are. If in the future you'd like to receive email bulletins from us about new products, then if you go to the website, at the top of every page there's a little bit of script that says newsletter sign up. Click on there, within seconds you'll be in business, you'll receive bulletins from us in future. If, however, you prefer to get your information videographically, that is to say in this form, we would be simply delighted if you want to become a subscriber to our YouTube channel, and you can do that by clicking on the button below. Now, this is 2020, and during 2020 we're running a little promotion, a little competition. We're going to be giving away what we are calling a Steve McQueen tribute bike. It's based on a Mutt 125cc machine. It's a lovely little cutie. You can read all about it on the front page of our website or on the home page of our YouTube channel. But to win it, you have to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we'll be announcing the winner sometime this side of Christmas later this year. Finally, I'd like to make a play for our fabulous shop here at Motor Legends. Now, we're based about a mile from the centre of Guildford, a mile from the railway station. The shop itself is not large, it has a fairly small footprint, but it's attached to our warehouse where we have more than £2 million worth of merchandise arranged over 3 floors. That technically makes us the second largest motorcycle apparel shop in the UK. But we think that we are far more than just the quantity of merchandise we have here in the building. We're all about service, we're all about the personal fitting. If you want to check us out, visit Trustpilot. We have the highest 5-star ranking in the business. When you come and see us, we'll sit down, we'll have a chat with you, we will serve you only the finest Italian illy coffee, or we'll serve you proper Yorkshire tea in a proper teapot. And if you're lucky, you might get to try one of Sean's mum's delicious motorcycle-shaped shortbread biscuits. Anyway, this has been Chris. I hope to talk to you again soon.